to win battles. So when you are called a prayer warrior as a name, I mean, this guy is a warrior. You know there are people who they call soldiers and who they call generals. So anytime they refer to somebody, he's a warrior. They're not just saying he's a soldier. I get me. When they say the mighty one in battle, they are talking about the greatness of the omniscience, the demonstration of the person in the battlefield. I know if you're hearing me. So when they say this man is a prayer warrior, it means when we check your track record, we can see the evidence of your prayer, not just your prayer life. We can see that after you come mopele, we look back and see the evidence. Somebody shout amen. When I told you God, that was 2000 last year, the end of last year to last year. That is 2020 to 2021. And God put me into the 150 days fast, which I fasted. After fasting, the evidence of that fasting is where you are sitting now. That is who you call great intercessor. I know if you're hearing me. I know if you're hearing me. The Bible said I saw for a man who will stand in the gap. Then what will happen? What is standing in the gap for? So that the Lord can show himself almighty upon the earth. Are you hearing me? That mightiness of God upon the earth is the proof of that man standing in the gap. So what is wisdom? What is wisdom? The person that symbolizes that thing of wisdom. I know you will think, Pastor, you see Solomon you're talking about. It's Daniel. Solomon is not as wise as Daniel actually. That's how you know. Solomon was the wisest king. And who knows what the king that time might be foolish. Because if the end product of your wisdom ends in stupidity, there is no wisdom at all. Say, Pastor, what are you saying? A whole Solomon! A whole Solomon! A whole what? In the lineage of Judah, David is the wisest king. I know you're hearing me. Was a man who fought 60-something battles and win them all. He understands the act of battle. He knows when not to remove, when to leave this physical sword and kill you to the spiritual one. He knows when worship wins the battle. He knows when praise wins the battle. He knows when sacrifice wins the battle. He knows when dialogue wins the battle. That's a wise man. Now, Solomon didn't fight any battle. But Pastor said, isn't that wisdom? It is wisdom. You cannot deny that. But any wisdom that removes you from God will stop being wisdom. You know you can lose what God gives you for eternity. Yeah. You know God promised to preserve the seat of that seat in the lineage of David. I don't know which I was here or I was talking about the well. I was saying this. I said, do you know if that seat was preserved in the seat of David, Joseph, the father of Jesus, would have been the king. So Jesus would have been born into not just spiritual king lineage. You know what they said? My God, I heard. If you go to England, you'll be hearing things like, I came from the 200 leg down the throne. He said Alexander the fifth married my mother as the last wife. So we came from that. Joseph, the father of Jesus, was also the king. Because according to the genealogy of Jesus, counting down from David, am I correct? Joseph was there. So Joseph was supposed to be king. Why God promised to preserve that thing? Are you getting me? So God promised to preserve it forever, but yet they lost it. Why? Spiritually it is there, but man disconnected it. You see why spiritually somebody can be rich, physically he looks like nothing. Somebody say, God forbid. You see my assignment from now to 2030. None of your life will remain the same. I know what I'm telling you. If you, most of you don't come into billions, at least multiple millions. I think you're louder.